Up, everybody. Good morning.
Yeah.
Welcome to a Saturday edition of
Oh.
Morning.
Oh, sorry.
What's Saturday? Today's Saturday.
Oh.
Get your hand out of your pants.
F for fuck.
Saturday edition of Morning.
Go.
Presented by
Brock.
Brock, the Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic, and
Uncle Luke.
HutcoRoofing.com. Do business with someone you know. HutcoRoofing.com. We're at the beach. Drew's excited. So excited that he woke up at 6 a.m. because he was just that excited to hang out with everybody and see the beach. What you're going to bring to Daddy if you want me to do it fast. Bring to Daddy.
Help.
Okay, bring to Daddy.
Help, please.
Okay, bring to Daddy. Y'all are going to get to witness the lunacy that is a morning with Drew. He might step down. Okay, so what's up, everybody? Good morning, LSU. We are on vacation. We're in beautiful Destin, Destiny by the Sea, although they did not clean our pool, and it looks like a freaking frat party happened there a decade ago, and it hasn't been touched since, and I'm a little pissed about it, not gonna lie. LSU loses to Tennessee yesterday, and they'll play Kentucky today in an elimination game around 1 o'clock, and if they win, they'll come back and play Tennessee again tonight. So, last night was, well, first of all, let's look at big picture. Your RPI not really hurt by losing that game to Tennessee, just playing Tennessee. See, they dropped 2 spots to 22, so no harm, no foul in losing to Tennessee. Especially no Barry, no Doty, and the committee certainly knows that. And I mean, that I was told they would consider no Barry, not having Barry for the Bama and Ole Miss series. So, or for part of Bama, and then obviously the Ole Miss series. So they're well aware of all of that, all that criteria. This is crazy. Game last night was in some parts disappointing, in the same way validating. Like, you proved you could play with those guys. You lose 5-2, and you were certainly not playing your best. Let's go inside. No, it's okay. Y'all are just talking. Where can I go? You can talk. It's vacation. You can. Okay. It's okay. So in some ways, yesterday stunk. In some ways, it was also kind of validating that you could play with them, even though you played poorly. You gave up a 2 spot in the first, despite. Oh, Jesus. Fast. All right. Floyd pitched okay. In the first inning, they only hit 1 ball hard off of him. He walked in a run, and in the second, but in the first, walked a guy, gave up the 1 hard hit ball, pass ball, scored a run, which is just unforgivable. Anyway, hang on. We're gonna go upstairs. Follow me. No, you're good. Let's go upstairs. Drew's driving me crazy. I'll let him drive them crazy. Okay. Let's see if this will. Probably won't be any better. It's been the worst edition of Morning Scone ever. Go. You're not on, go. He's downstairs. All right. If you're still watching, God bless you. God bless you if you're still watching right now. Okay. This is the last move. Okay. Again, bless you if you're still watching. Okay. Maybe we should just start over. Welcome to a Saturday edition of Morning Scone presented by Brock, the Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic, Hudco Roofing, HudcoRoofing.com. Do business with someone you know, Hudco Roofing, HudcoRoofing.com. We are on vacation. We're in Destin, got here yesterday. LSU loses to Tennessee. That is certainly a bummer. You didn't play your best, but still kind of hung in, as I mentioned, the first inning. Floyd gives up 2 runs, but really only had 1 ball hit hard off of him. Walk, and then the triple off the wall, scores a run, and then a pass ball by McManus scores a run. In the second, you have the errant throw by Floyd to first base when Morgan can't get his foot down. Great play by Morgan to try to anyway. Floyd walks in a run there. Tennessee's too good. They don't need any help. You can't make those types of mistakes. But even still, you only give up 6 hits. I mean, for a team that leads every statistical category, to have given up only 6 hits to that team and 5 runs, and so much of the damage was self-inflicted. I'll take it. Vint Beyer came out of the pen, gave you 3 1/3, really saved it, gave up nothing, didn't allow a hit in 3 1/3. That was incredible. But it kind of goes to show you can play with that team. And look, you face Dollander, or Dollander, however they say it, who SEC Pitcher of the Year. I mean, you faced a true legit ace, and you were able to make really good contact. I mean, you think about the difference in the game. No Berry, no Doty. You got 2 men on, and Cranford laces one down the right field line, and their right fielder just makes an incredible play. So he's going to be a big leaguer. Beck ranging to his left and makes the play at the line. That would have scored 2 runs. You would have had a tie game. But he made the play. Flip side of it is the triple for Tennessee. You have Joe Bear in right field. And that's no knock on Joe Bear. I think he's trying his best. But Pearson maybe has a better shot at getting to that ball. Morgan laced one. Thompson, first pitch, ripped one down the left field line. Beautiful running play. Running catch by Stevenson and led by Seth Stevenson, their left fielder. LSU hit the ball hard off of Dollander. I mean, they hit the ball hard. Just didn't have. You really just tip your cap to Tennessee. I mean, their outfielders made some spectacular plays, and the margin was very thin between LSU and the best team in college baseball. Ty Floyd, I thought, again, the walks were a problem. He walked 3, walked in a run. But, if he just makes the throw on the tapper back to the mound to first base, he's out of that inning without walking in the run. What do they say about ifs and buts and all that stuff? But, so anyway, losing that game, it was a great opportunity, but losing the game doesn't crush you. And now you get to go play Kentucky again today, and you've got a rested staff. Raiselman hasn't thrown, Gervais hasn't thrown, Cooper only threw the ninth against Kentucky. You obviously have Dutton and Money and Hasty. I mean, you got you can go throw everybody today against Kentucky to try to get through, and they should be down at the end of their staff. So see if you can go get one more win today, and if you do, then you come back tonight and play Tennessee, and you see how that may go. But so anyway, let's see if they can go get a win today, this afternoon, beat Kentucky, and come back and try to nip Tennessee tonight. If they do that, they'll play tomorrow in the championship game. So, and lo and behold, even after all the delays, looks like the SEC is again going to get all of the action in. So, all right, we'll say some good mornings here. Fire away. Y'all know the drill. Skip, what's up, man? Truax, Kenneth Westbrook, Bubba Tatum. Morning, Sconers. Heading to Miami. All right, Bubba. Have a good one. Kyle Gallo, what's going on? You got a hot tub time machine pool. It's kind of like that, Kyle. It's actually disgusting. I'm a little pissed off. Lenny Moss need to return the gold jerseys. Well, he couldn't last night. Tennessee was the home team, so Tennessee got to select, and they wore their orange tops, so LSU had to wear purple. John Ellis, good morning. Brian Wynn. Yeah, it's the other thing too. So Kyle said no Barry Doty plus 2 big run-saving catches in the outfield. Brought up, not to say that, listen, the triple in the first that scored a run, or scored 2 actually. I'm not cracking on Joe Barry. It's a very tough play, but it's a play that their big league outfielder makes, and a play that maybe Pearson makes. And not only did Joe Barry not get to the ball, but he misplayed it off the wall, which allowed the runner to get to third. It's if Pearson's out there, I'm not saying he makes the play, but he's got a better shot of making the play, with just a good read off the bat. So, left too many on base as well. At one point early in the game, they were 1 for 7 with runners on base. LSU left 8 on base in the game, so disappointing. Ryan Amanda Guidry, good morning. Brian Wynn, get the youngins to help co-host. Well, they're all still sleeping. And Sophia and Olivia are not here right now. Sophia has a cheer tryout. So it's Eli and Reese who are here, and y'all have never met Reese because she would never come on camera. And Eli, I believe, is still sleeping. Let's see. It's episodes like this why we love Morning Scone. I guess so. It's real life. Earl Lytle, what's going on, man? Quentin Breakbill, good morning. Jump over here to YouTube. Cliff Nelson, what's going on, man? Live from Atlanta. All right, man. That's right. You got a busy back and forth, don't you? Houston and Atlanta. Enjoy your weekend, man. Cortland, what's going on, man? Good news. LSU used only 2 arms. Yeah, they've got enough arms to finish today and tomorrow if they need to. Everyone by this point is pretty deep into their staff, so they can make it work if they keep winning. Irfan Sayad, good morning. All things considered, very good showing last night. The way it started, I was worried they bounced back. Well, they did. Ryan Pike, new to LSU baseball, so I don't know all the pitchers, and I definitely wasn't sticking around to hear it on the broadcast, but he did pretty damn good, I feel. Tough game, though, self-inflicted loss. Well, I don't know that you can say it's self-inflicted. LSU gave Tennessee help, which they didn't need, but Tennessee also made some amazing plays. Someone referenced the 2 plays in the outfield that the Tennessee outfielders made, which were run-saving plays. That's why they're really good in all phases. Travis Lawrence wrapping batches. D. Snoots. Luke Cranford. Ventmeyer was nails. He was. Brandon, what's up, man? We're in Destin. Be here for the whole week. Brett Dagro. Give me Barry and Doty back. Play clean. We can play with Tennessee. We'll be battling Omaha. Let's see. What's your best guess today's lineup and starting pitcher? The lineup, I think they keep exactly the same. I don't imagine that they're going to play Barry or Doty. It's pretty clear that Jay is giving those guys rest and wants them ready for regionals, which is fine. So I think they go with the exact same lineup that they have so far in this tournament. As far as pitching, you probably start Dutton and you have Hasty ready to roll. That's just what he's done, right? you give Dutton the ball to start like you would any game 3, and then you have Hasty ready if Dutton gives you 3 outs, 6 outs, whatever they want from him, and then you let Hasty go. I mean, basically how they've been handling it here in the last month or so. Strong side, good morning, Jay Reach. Is there any way to see exit velos from the game? Definitely feels we had more hard hit balls than Tennessee. They have them, right? They post them on the scoreboard. As y'all saw, they showed it during the game last night. They post them on the scoreboard there at Hoover Met. But the only ones that LSU shows, sometimes if you follow the LSU baseball data Twitter account, sometimes they'll post like the top exit velos from the game. They'll post all the TrackMan stats from the homers and stuff like that. So, Cortland, I'm sure they chose orange so we couldn't wear gold. Sure, I'm actually quite positive that's the case. Brett Dagro, you think Vitello had them wear? Yes, of course. They wore orange, so LSU couldn't wear gold. Absolutely. And that's okay. I mean, they're the home team. That's their prerogative. They can choose to do whatever they want. And I would have no problem if LSU did the exact same thing. Gulf South, what up, my current Destin neighbor? Are you a beach guy or a mountain guy? Definitely more beach, but I don't really need the sand or the water. I'm more just the relaxation of it. But similarly with the mountains, I didn't need to go hike or canoe or anything like that. It was more just I like to sit on the deck and have a whiskey and a cigar and enjoy the serenity and all that sort of stuff. So same here. Like I'm not going swimming in the ocean or the Gulf. I mean, we'll go down to the beach a little while later. I'll just sit in a chair under an umbrella with a tequila drink and just veg out for a while. Ronnie Dugas, Dave Vendor, good morning. Let's see. Brant Roban, you think if we had Barry and Doty, we could have won? Sure. Would have? It's impossible to say. Jamie Leday, good morning. Skip, what's going on, man? Brian Penton, good morning, Matt, from Music City, USA. All right, man, headed to Boston. Bats weren't alive last night. At least the pitching kept us in the game. Yeah, man, look, they hit Dollander hard. They did. Like, Trey Morgan roped one, right at the 6 hole that the shortstop, Lawson, kind of raged into his left, made a play. I mentioned the ball that Thompson turned on and roped down the left field line, but Stevenson ranged over and made the play. You talk about Cranford, the ball he hit to right. You just tip your cap, man. Like, Beck's going to be a big leaguer. I mean, he made a big league play. It was a run-saving play. So, LSU hit a lot of balls hard. You tip your cap to them. And it's why, you don't have Barry or Doty in the lineup. It makes it more difficult. And then you walk in a run and you have an errant throw to first base and your catcher can't handle a fastball low and away, goes to the backstop, and you give up a run. I don't mean to go down this road again, but it's still amazing to me how there are still some people who just are completely, they just neglect the importance of a good defensive catcher. Like, how many times do you have to see it? Like, Floyd threw a fastball low and away, and McManus just reached for it. It goes to the backstop, and you give up a run. Like, your job is to catch the ball. Catch the ball. You're the catcher. And listen, McManus has played well. I know, but it's not to say that there's any other option right now. Obviously there isn't. He's your guy. That's how the second run of the game scored last night. You have a pass ball that allows a run to come home. It's just, anyway. All right, as always, shout out to Brock, y'all. Remember Brock, Rock, and Wine. August the 6th this year from Tiger Stadium. Yes, sir. And the spammers are back. I hate spammers. Let's see. GK Wells, who do you think would be paired with in supers? Man, I have no idea. Listen, it really depends, I think, on what seed LSU ends up getting. So I've told you, I think they're ideally, I'd like to see them at 14 or better. You know, if you're at 14, you avoid Tennessee and Oregon State as the one and the two. So not inconceivable that they could be paired, say, with College Station. Let's say if A&M climbs as high as a 3, which I don't know if their RPI would let them do, but I mean they keep winning in the SEC tournament. I mean they're going to keep climbing. That's a possibility. So again, I think it's less. Who are you paired with, and more because it really depends on how they're ranked, right? I mean, it's not pairing based on region anymore like it used to be. It's the one will be paired with the 16, so that'll be Tennessee. Oregon State's going to be the 2. They're going to be paired with the 15. How do the rest of the national seeds play out? Like I said, I think A&M is going to be a national seed. I think Stanford will be a national seed. Even though the Big Ten is awful, Maryland's had a really good year. They're certainly a host and might be a national seed. So we'll wait and see. Where are we? Bart St. Germain, I agree with you. I'm not a sand guy. I enjoy sitting out there for a piece of it. Not a big beach person, though. Brian Broom, Tony Williams. Let's say Brant Will Milazzo will be back next year. What stud positions are we getting next year? So, Brant, it really depends on who they get to show up to campus. So they have 2 of the top 3 catching prospects in the country signed. If you get one of them on campus, great. If you remember Blaze Priester, kid from Live Oak, who we all anticipated was going to sign, a big league contract last year, didn't. Jay Johnson got him to come to campus. He was having some academic stuff, so he redshirted this year. But I'm told he's going the JUCO route, so he'll never play at LSU. He's going to go JUCO, play 1 year at JUCO, and then he'll be back in the draft next year. So, Milazzo will be back. If you get one of the stud kids on campus, that's your guy. If not, Milazzo's your guy. Gavin Dugas, Gavin Guidry from Barb is likely your day 1 shortstop if he shows up. Can you get him on campus? Big question. Something else to keep in mind, y'all, just file this away. There's a lot of scuttlebutt around the league that the shortstop from Missouri, let me get this kid's name. Hang on. They played LSU this year. I just forgot the kid's name. Hang on 1 second, I'll tell you. He played against LSU. But, box score. Let's see. Josh Day, that's it. So Josh Day was the starting shortstop at Missouri. He's the word is that he's going to jump into the transfer portal, and I would not be surprised at all if LSU made a run at him, and if he didn't end up here. Smooth shortstop, hit 340 this year. slugged .508. Just file that away. Remember, I told you that. Remember, Josh Day, shortstop from Missouri. It's kind of the word is that he's going to enter the portal, and LSU. I would imagine LSU will be a player in that if he does hit the portal. Tony Williams, unless Mikey Romero shows up. Tony, I was told about a week ago, and I quote, 0 chance on Mikey Romero. 0. So he's signing. They are not in any way expecting Romero to show up. And if he did, Romero would be a second baseman. Romero would play second, and Gavin Guidry would play short. Clayton O'Callahan, morning Matt. Thoughts on Cranford actually providing competitive at bats? It's been really impressive. It has been. Absolutely. Cranford was an out. But he had a good weekend against Vanderbilt. And yes, he is, except for popping up the bunt against Kentucky the other night. Popped up the bunt right to the pitcher. But yeah, I don't need Collier Cranford to hit 350. I just need him to have competitive ABs. Work the count, put the ball in play, move runners. Yeah. Avery Ardwin, that's been a big boost. Avery Ardwin, he made a nice play at third last night too. I mean, Morgan had a good pick on it, which kind of shows you why Cranford's not third baseman. Doesn't really have the arm, but he has the glove. Bart St. Germain, what's your take on the fact that the announcers at the game still don't think LSU will host a regional as of yet, saying they still may need to win more games? I really don't care what they say. That's fine. I'm telling you, which I've told you for more than a week now, even after the Ole Miss series loss, LSU, in the minds of the committee, was the number 16 seed. All they needed was to win 2 games against Vanderbilt to solidify themselves as a regional host. They swept Vanderbilt and then beat Kentucky in the SEC tournament as well. They have 18 league wins. 18 league wins, RPI right at the top 20. Strength of schedule is 17. Like, LSU's going to be a regional host. I'll continue to say it. Like, y'all can keep asking me that over and over as many ways as you want, listening to whoever might talk, and that's fine. But I cannot say it any more definitively than I've said it. LSU's going to be a regional host. If I'm wrong, on Sunday night, y'all, tomorrow night when the host sites are announced, y'all all bombard me, flood my inbox, and mock me, and I'll own it. How could I not at this point? But I believe my info is good. Let's see. Carl Crawford's son's supposed to come unless he goes to the draft. I think he's going to end up signing in the draft. But that would be great if he showed up. But I don't think so. You never know, though. Kelly Gross, good morning. Where are we? Cortland, don't look past UK. They're a hot team. Yeah, they're just running out of pitching. Where's Trivia's? Dave Van Der, baseball gods, did not smile on us last night. A few inches either way, and that game changes, but that's baseball. Tennessee had their share of oops. But in a staring contest, they blinked and they know it. Okay. You lost me with the staring contest and all the whatever that was, Dave. Sorry. Matt Lusto, at this point in the season, would you say JJ has met or exceeded expectations? I think he's met them at bare minimum and still hopeful. Matt, I think he's exceeded expectations. Remember, if LSU was highly ranked preseason, that was a reputation rank. Considering you have no legitimate rotation, no legitimate front line like power arm like you saw last night with Dollander. You lost Beloso before the first game. You lost Javen Coleman for the year, who was probably a rotation guy for you and your best left-handed arm. You've been without your best defensive catcher for basically the whole season. It's stunning that they are where they are. Yes. He's done an exceptional job. Eugene Sutherland, I feel like we crush UK given the available arms. Competitive loss to Tennessee in some excruciating fashion. It's cool. Regional hosting secured. Hopefully not so daunting super regional opponent. If we beat Kentucky, think money starts against Tennessee. I think Ultimate Warrior kind of depends who else is available. Probably not. I don't think Blake Money would be a great matchup against Tennessee. The power arm against those bats probably not the best option. I don't know what direction you'd go, but you may have to. Good old country boy, really missing Barry in the lineup. Yep, they are. Getting this far with only one consistent starting pitcher is impressive. It is. Irfan last night, they had LSU at 15, and number 2 was Virginia Tech. If Virginia Tech is the 2 seed, I'll just be floored by that. I mean, the ACC is very good. The ACC is a very good league. But I'll tell you, I would rather play Virginia Tech than Oregon State. I'd rather go to Blacksburg than Corvallis. Brian, what time is the game? It's the second game of the day, so probably around 1 o'clock. Do either of the top catchers have a minimum price in mind like Cruz did? I don't know their number. I'm sure they do, Gulf South, but I don't know their number. I'll see if I can find that out as we get closer to the draft. Let's see, Voodoo, I hope LSU gets more of the pitchers to campus. They have some studs. Yes, they do. I was told 12. If they could get 12 guys from this signing class to campus, that would be a major win. There's a lot of guys currently on the roster that just aren't going to be back. And listen, I mean, I hate to name names or anything, but but I think most of us can understand, who those people are. I mean, just look at the guys that aren't playing, right? Freaking spam links. That's incredible. Let's see. Does the staff have any clue which prospects in the class they have a solid chance of getting on campus? Does it all depend on when the kid gets drafted? I mean, of course, it all depends on when the kid gets drafted, but a lot of them have a number in mind, and they know they either will or won't get that number, and so more guys are likely to end up on campus. But then you have situations like Zach Lee, where the dude wanted $6 million, and the Dodgers at the last minute gave it to him. I mean, sometimes things happen like that through the draft that are unpredictable. I mean, there was the shortstop. Who was it? It was oh God, I forgot who it was now. Son of a former big leaguer, Miguel Cairo. Was that who it was? Miguel Cairo's son, who was literally on campus. He was enrolling in school, and they team drafted him, whichever one called him and said, "All right, we'll give you X," and he took it. Left. I mean, he was on campus enrolling in classes, literally enrolling in classes. And, then the team came and gave him what he wanted. So, Eugene, I feel the need for the Hudco Roofing jingle. You know what Eugene asked and you shall receive.
Hudco Roofing! Hudco Roofing! Need a roof? Call someone you know. Scone, Ontario.
All you need is Hudco.
Hudco Roofing. Hudco Roofing. Call Hudco Roofing. 364-1007. Roofing. Hudco Roofing. Hudco Roofing.
Hudco Roofing, HudcoRoofing.com. Do business with someone you know. Hudco Roofing, HudcoRoofing.com. Bart, don't get me wrong, I believe you about them hosting. Wondering what you thought about the fact that they have no clue who will or won't make a regional host by now. Sorry, I worded it wrong. No, it's okay. Listen, Bart. You can either choose to give your opinion based on nothing more. When I say you, I mean, so you're talking specifically about the broadcasters last night. Be it them or me or D1 Baseball or Baseball America or Perfect Game or anybody, name it, doesn't matter. You can either give an opinion based on what you think analyze criteria, analysis, past performance committee, precedent, whatever, and make your decision. Or you can try to get informed decisions based on information of people close to or directly involved in that decision-making process. That's what I've done. So, again, maybe I'll be dead wrong. Maybe you will all point and laugh at me tomorrow. I don't think so. So I don't know, like whoever, and candidly, we were watching the game last night, we were on vacation, and like there was 10 people downstairs, and the sound on the game was not on, so I did not even hear the conversation. I don't even know who was on the broadcast. I don't even really care. But, so I don't know who that was or based on what that was rooted. But all I'm telling you is I'm not guessing. I'm relaying information that was passed along to me that I believe was good and substantive. Reagan, unless you share, Ben Mintz is doing the Lord's work in Uber. He's still going after the Vandy Whistler. Tracy Poole, good morning. Eugene, it really is a catchy jingle. I hum it while working at times. That's the key. That is Toby Tomplay, man. Toby Tomplay is the king of the earworm. So he's great at what he does. Jerry DeLucky, what's good, man? Craig Duga, I had to pour Rock Hill Farms to enjoy while watching the game. Next thing I know, I'm waking up. It's 3 a.m. The game is over. I missed that it was Craig Duga who said that. Yes. Musso did a fine job on AFR, at least until 420. Did Terrio stiff Musso yesterday? Terrio was supposed to be in there yesterday. And I checked either Facebook or Twitter or YouTube when I'm in. I didn't see him in there. I was like, come on, Mr. The Riot. What happened here? Now I feel bad. Let's see. Gulf South, have you ever been given bad info intentionally to the point where you don't trust a certain source anymore? No. Because the key that I would tell you there is to never single source anything. And that's a big problem that a lot of people have in our industry today. But especially when it's something that is deeply important, you should never single source anything. If someone gives you something, then make 5 more phone calls to see if people independent of that person can corroborate it. And if you have multiple sources independent of each other corroborating the same thing, then that's validation, right? No, but you learn who to trust, who not trust, who has good info, who doesn't have good info. But I don't think anyone's ever fed me bad info that I've gone with, intentionally trying to mislead me. Do people feed me bad info? Yes, of course. And I don't know if it's necessarily bad info. It's just people. It's just spin doctoring. And I think you just identify that, Brant, so while at the beach, you switch over to tequila. What do you recommend? So, Brant, I never drink whiskey during the summer, like during the day. Now, tonight, wind it down. Maybe I'll sit out on the patio, have a whiskey and a cigar. But, like at the beach, when I'm at the pool, no, brown liquor's too, no. And I drink my brown liquor neat too. So like, I need something cold when I'm at the beach. So tequila, rocks, twist of lime, that's what I drink when I'm at the beach or at the pool. Mark Gay, Stevenson, Latuso, it's Crystal Poche's birthday. All right. So my sister-in-law, Lauren, we're talking, she's here, their family's here with us. And she said she went to Crystal about a month ago or so. And she's like, Crystal lost a client. I was like, what do you mean? She's like, well, she was so good and kind of taught me how to take myself out of this pain when I had this issue. And it's like, I've been able to do it. And it's been life-changing. And it's phenomenal. It's like, I'm not going to her anymore because she did anything wrong. It's because she fixed me. I was like, well, good. That's kind of the intention, right? You want to have healing, to come out of your pain instead of just manage it or mask it with medicine. So y'all holler at Crystal. Restoredmotions.com, restoredmotions.com. If you have pain, she'll help you, man. Restoredmotions.com. Craig Dugas, Matt drinks a couple tall boy fatty natties when poolside. Erroneous. Eugene watching Scone in the morning up in the Poconos Mountains, lakeside with a hot cup of joe. Life is good. There you go, Eugene. All right, man. Taz, does a sports journalist make great money straight out of college? Hell no, bro. Not just sports journalist. No journalist makes money out of college. I did not have a full-time job. I was 7 years out of college with a degree, 7 years experience before I got a full-time job with benefits. And the base pay of that job was $24,000. That's when I got AFR. My base pay whenever they hired me to do AFR, my base was $24,000. It is a grind. Now, and they basically, that's how they weed you out of this profession. But those that make it do really well. But you have to persist. Because a lot of people don't make any money and they do crap jobs and they think it's going to be glamorous and you'll be on TV or radio or whatever. And it's just not. I mean, you grind through your 20s and early 30s doing really crappy jobs, making no money at all, setting yourself up for the better opportunity when it comes. And, you know, those that get those opportunities have a great career and do really well and enjoy what they do generally. You know, but initially, no. Hell no. All right, y'all, I think we're just about done. All right, go Tigers. Go enjoy my beach day. And hopefully Tigers get a win against Kentucky and come back tonight and put it on Tennessee. So y'all have a great day. Do me a favor, smash that like button. If you're on YouTube, smash the like button. Subscribe up to the Matt Moscona YouTube channel. Facebook. Please like the page, share the post, like the page, share the post, like the page, share the post. And we'll see you, man. You'll have a great day. Go Tigers. Peace.